going on?
Hey.
T Rizzle.
What's up?
What's up?
Peoples?
We back. Fellas Forum. Hope y'all enjoyed your time. We had been on hiatus for sports and other duties
And life.
and life. Reese calls life.
Sound like Prince.
This water don't
Hey,
taste.
TJ too young for that.
It's my water, not yours.
Who don't know Prince? I do know Prince.
No, we don't. Yeah, what song we talking about?
I don't know.
See?
Oh man.
But I know Prince.
Purple Rain.
Purple Rain.
That's the one.
Nope.
Doves Cry.
See, look, he gave you a couple.
That's just two.
Little red card.
He gave you a
Oh,
couple.
Corvette, I do know.
When it, Thieves in the Temple. That's my
Doves
joint.
Crying or some book.
No, not
Boy, did you say something?
What are y'all talking about? A long time since I
Prince.
He said, "What
A
y'all
long
talking about?"
time.
You don't know no Prince song?
I know something. He's over here listening to every single one he ever put out, and you guys are like, "What was that one song?" He's just like, "Bam, bam, bam."
I'm
Dropping.
when
Wait,
Doves Cry.
1999?
Corvette, Purple Rain.
Yeah.
1999.
That's all I know too.
Oh, dude, there's like.
I don't know.
So
This has a whole catalog, bro.
He has a real
What about,
repertoire.
what about Sheila E?
real repertoire.
Morris Day.
Oh yeah, the bird.
I know Chico the Bar.
He said Chico the Bar.
You mean Chico?
Do you know his dad?
El the Bar?
El the Bar.
Get that wrong?
Yeah, I know El the Bar too.
Alright.
La 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 la.
Yeah.
I just want to know if you heard of Eric B. and Rockham. Who said that? Reese?
No. Come on.
That was the
Don't
text group.
disrespect me like that.
My fault, Reese. You were on the right path on that one. That was
Hey.
Tracy.
Hey, you know what was
That was showing age.
You know what was so funny though? Like, what was that lip sync battle? When he told old boy, he's like, "You disrespected Nas, you lose."
Oh, yeah.
I was like, "Dang!"
Lonzo.
He said, "You disrespected Nas."
Lonzo
you
Ball.
lose."
But Alonzo Law for real. He didn't have to say that.
I don't know, man. That was.
Lonzo Ball was.
Alonzo held his own.
He put some bars on it.
But T-Pain, man.
Right.
Really.
Yeah.
Let me
Especially when he said, "Now
try
run
it,
auto tune that." All right.
Ooh.
Nikes.
But it was somebody
So
killed
anyway.
T-Pain. Who would have killed T-Pain?
We got some topics for you guys.
I just saw that too.
We still working on our giveaways. How's that coming along, T?
Wild and out.
I got shirts coming. We'll probably have them the next time we do it. We'll have to do some type of live taping to give that away, or we'll enter it into like one of the segments that we do.
Yeah.
So
And we're gonna have a quiz. Like, what shirt was Reese wearing in episode 4?
Oh, my goodness.
It won't be a Ram shirt. I'll just tell you that right now.
It's right here in my heart.
the only way that you
in
can
your
qualify for the giveaway though is you have to have already had liked or subscribed
On the YouTube.
on the YouTube.
On the YouTube
For
channel.
sure.
I'm not sure if we said that initially
I think we did.
about the YouTube channel. I know we said like and subscribe. I don't know if we said the YouTube channel.
Right.
It is going to be YouTube channel.
Nice.
YouTube. All right, so we're gonna get into it. We got quite a few topics that we were looking at. One that I thought was kind of funny because we've been having some crazy weather around here. Does your wife, significant other, and kids know basic car care, like how to jump start a car, how to change a tire, where the spare is, things like that? I did, like when I got the kids' cars, walked them around and said, "This is where the spare is. This is where this is. You know, this is how you jump start a car." I did actually do that with them
That's good.
because I travel a lot and they're going here and there and stuff like that, and not always able to. Sometimes you might be somewhere where you don't have signal. You can't call for the tow truck and stuff like that. So I think that's something that you need to know, you know, because the spare in newer cars and older cars are totally different places. I mean, they hide that stuff on you. And there's some cars where you have to jump start them from the back
seat or the
and
trunk.
things like that. So
My battery in my car, my Camaro, is in the trunk. So you got to literally take everything out the trunk to get to the battery. Under the spare. It's under the spare.
right.
Yeah, I remember me and Tyrone, we was working on my wife's car, and we had to take just to get the battery out, you got to take the whole front tire off.
Yeah, crazy.
What?
What kind of car she got?
Was that this car or the other car?
Other car, the Saturn.
Yeah.
Or
That's why they continue
the
making
gray one.
Yeah.
That gray one. I forgot what.
gray one.
Stratus.
Take that
Stratus.
Dodge Stratus.
Yeah, you had to take the whole tire.
Yeah.
tomato.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild.
Wild.
That is crazy.
Mike,
Why did they make it so
you
hard?
showed your kids?
Wow, my kids don't know crap, bro.
Not about that.
My wife, you can forget it. She calling AAA.
She's calling.
She ain't messing with no tire.
That's 100. Hey, I love you, Jen.
Oh, here we go.
Hey.
Here we go with the I love you. Here we go. I love you.
No, hey, look.
I'm about to say something horrible.
No. I mean, I don't. That nobody know. But
You about to?
when I had the expedition, that mug I think got a flat or something. And I called Mike like, hey, I need your help. He was like, I ain't coming, but AAA will. Hey, he sent AAA. I think he needed a jump. He sent AAA out there quick. It was like, Mr. I ain't gonna say his last name, but I was like, yes, it is. Quick, fast. Yeah, I appreciate it. So me, I gotta say, I'm proud of my daughter. I ain't gonna say her name, but I'm proud of my daughter. She helped one of her teammates jump her car the other day. Hey, so I appreciate that.
Because who taught her how to do that?
That would be me. That would be me. Now the spare tire.
Hey,
I want to say something about the spare tire thing. With the freaking torque wrenches they're using now, it's almost impossible to get a tire, the bolts off the wheel, with that dinky little freaking bar they give you.
well, there's a trick to it though.
WD.
No, you gotta they give you two pieces, and the two pieces are actually supposed to make it easier if you use the leverage of it.
Yeah.
So there's like a bar that goes to it, and there's another thing that you can pull with two hands.
Yeah, see the ones that in every car I have, unless you have your own bar in there, like a T-bar or whatever, they give you this little tiny thing. It's like this long.
Yeah, it works good.
And it's like, how am I supposed to get any kind of leverage? It's got no other part I can pull on. It's just the one.
That's when you use your foot.
Cars are pretty good, but I'm gonna tell you to everybody, when you get an SUV, you better go buy you a different jack, bruh. Cause that jack they got in there takes you forever.
You be sitting there
Yeah.
You better get one of them airport.
well, you twist on that little screw forever.
To answer your question, no. Call AAA.
Call AAA.
Call
My
AAA.
wife can jump a car. She can jump a car.
That's
Man,
good.
she got some ups then, huh?
Yeah, she's good.
Can she dunk on you too?
She
jump
like
on
Kobe
her?
Bryant
She ain't
jump.
tall enough.
Can she like Kobe Bryant jump a
Hey, you
car?
see Joe face like she ain't tall enough. She ain't dunking on me.
But yeah, she can take care of the battery part of it. If a light comes on the dash, she's like, I don't know what's happening. I'm afraid to drive it. I'm like, put your seatbelt on. That's exactly right.
Oh man.
I will say, hey, the battery light came on. My wife drove it straight to the car dealership. She ain't playing. If a light come on, she going straight to the
She thinks
to
the car's gonna
automotive. Right. She's
Yeah.
like,
Not messing around with it.
I'm not gonna say my wife knows how or she don't know how, but I bet you she'll Google this mess out of some stuff to try to figure it out.
Right.
Now, I ain't gonna say she might not mess something up while figuring it out, but she gonna try.
I ain't gonna pull the reason and be like, I love you.
Right.
My wife
I don't know.
Jack. She calling me or somebody and who I need to call. I get a call, who I need to call, where I need to take it to.
Yeah.
She ain't even going, it's like, hey, I need an oil change, you need to go handle that. I'm like, hey, just drive to the place, they do it. No, I don't do no car stuff. That's her thing. I don't do no car stuff. I'm like, come on, man.
Man, my wife, Lord. This woman, look, it's her car. It's your responsibility.
Man, Doghouse Part 2. We can't talk about nothing with you. Golly.
I ain't even gonna say I love you.
Damn, you really should.
Nah, I'm just playing.
my God.
But look, if I tell her, look, hey, your car need an oil change. This woman is going to Walmart, Dollar General, wherever, and adding oil to it. No, go get the oil change.
Hold on, I'm gonna have to break guy code here for a second. Time out. You work at a place that has an automotive place in the building. So I feel like if she needs an oil change, you should just take it to work with you and drop it off, and it'll be ready when you're done. So I think that's a violation on your part.
No.
No. How you gonna say no?
Hold on. How's that?
You're there already.
How you violating guy code? That's just been common sense.
I mean, I'm just saying, bro. You work at a place that has an automotive center in it.
Okay. And she drives past.
No.
Every day.
You're there, driving past, and you're there.
I got mixed feelings about that because
What are you doing, TJ?
I drive a car.
Digging these holes.
I drive a car. My wife drive a car. I mean,
Thank you.
a lot of times, I mean, hey, I look at my wife get her oil change, so I really ain't get on about it. But for real, whatever car she drive, I'll be like, take care of it, cause we're the same way with gas, bro. I'm like,
Yeah.
shoot, you drive that, you put the gas in that joint. Yeah,
But I agree with you on that because I'm the same way. I'm like, it's your car, your responsibility. I will take care of certain things. But if I worked at a place that had an automotive center in it, I think it would not be too inconvenient to just get the other set of keys and take it with me.
Okay, now, this is what I'm saying. Okay, if I say, look, I'm gonna take your car this time. I'm gonna get the oil change, and we good, right? Then the next, wait. Then the next time, I'm like, look, you need to take the car to get an oil change. It's your responsibility. Then 6 months later, I'm like, hey, did you get an oil change? Oh no, I forgot. What?
But you forget stuff.
I just add
Not that.
6 months later.
6 months later, when your engine drop out the bottom of the
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
I go by
man.
miles. I don't go by miles.
What kind of car she got?
She got the
Is it American?
yeah, the Chrysler
6 months.
Sebring, not
She
something
better-
like that.
Look, he said it's totally
might
her
wanna
responsibility.
hear
He said,
it.
I don't even know what the hell she drives.
Because I don't
It's
drive
totally
it.
not my
I
responsibility.
don't drive it.
Yeah,
I got nothing to do with it.
I get in my car. I know how the seat gonna be. I know where the steering wheel gonna be. I know I got this right here, this right here. When I get in her car, I'm in a jungle. I'm like, dang. I'm like, dang.
jungle.
Because I gotta adjust the seat. I gotta adjust the mirror. I gotta do this. I gotta
sounds
do
like
that.
the jungle.
I gotta change the rent.
But you said
That's not your car. You're like, I'm not welcome in
I
this
tried
mall.
my hardest.
I tried my hardest. I tried my hardest to get the oil change.
Hold on, I'm gonna have to back up. So she do all the cooking and cleaning, and she gotta take her own car. Damn.
Do you make her
She don't do all the cleaning. I
You must be Black Dynamite or something.
I said I tried.
Man. So I mean, like, if you don't do the other stuff, so don't you think you should pick up a little bit of slack on that?
I cut the grass.
Oh man.
I do other stuff.
I do. Yeah, believe me, I do it. And
You
now-
cut the grass. What else? Name 4 things.
Name
Go.
4 things. Oh, you think she taking the trash out?
I said name 4 things.
Joe,
I didn't say.
I got that from Joe.
I didn't say blame.
So trash.
I can name 4 kids.
Yeah, there you go.
You could be.
I can name grown kids. I will assign each one of them a duty. I know that.
That's great.
it's classic right there.
It's done.
I get busy.
Final thoughts. I get busy. All right, we're gonna move on before Maurice gets put out of his house
Again, no, I'm sorry.
again. Right,
But he loves you.
but I love you.
I love you.
I love you. So, I've been. This is a question I had. I mean, like, I hear a lot of people talking about the economy's so strong. The economy's so strong. The economy's so strong. I don't know how I feel about that because in my line of work, I could say yes that it is because there's a lot of construction and things like that going on, and some of that is due to rules and regulations, not necessarily because people want to do it. It's because they're kind of at the point where they have to do it. So, but at the same time, I still see a lot of factories closing. I see a lot of people getting laid off. And when I think the narrative of we created X amount of jobs is kind of weird, because if a manufacturer or a company says they created a lot of jobs, a lot of those jobs are part-time. They're hiring for 30-hour workers. They're not hiring for 40-hour workers, so they don't have to pay them benefits and things like that. They don't
pay no insurance.
So I think that's kind of a weird thing to say, that the economy is strong, but I think it's all in perspective. I think it's like some people say the economy is strong for them because of, like, I could say for me that I think it's strong because there's a lot of construction going on, because that's the industry I'm in. But on the same token, somebody else would say, well, it's not that strong because what we do is slowed down because people aren't spending as much money. And then people are, well, we're making more money, but you're not working as many hours. So are you actually making more money?
Yeah. I think a lot of economists use there's a lot of different numbers they track. And a lot of it is how many people are filing for unemployment. Right. And that's the tricky one, where you're talking about they can't file for unemployment if they're working part-time.
Right. So
it is the question of, is the economy, the economy is doing well because investors are investing. So stock's going up, and they're saying, well, that's going to create more jobs. But there is the argument that the jobs that are being created are lower quality jobs.
Right.
And,
there are. I agree with that.
The amount of income people are having is not equivalent to what they had before. So the wealth and poverty gap is widening. So, I'm not an economist. I can't speak too much about it.
It's tricky.
It is tricky because you want to separate the political narrative too, because there's
I'm talking
a lot of political narrative right now.
Just
trying to drive
economy
that
wise,
conversation.
like how it's directly affecting like people you see working and people and yourself. Like I said, for me, I can say it's good. I got work lined up for the next 4 years. So, and that's just how our job goes. It's kind of like it's based on what's being done. So
I think everybody in this room can say that. Everybody's working. Everybody has a job. Wives have jobs.
So
I have two.
I would say so living here and seeing trends of here, right? So if the weatherman said, and I love you, weatherman, but you're a liar, big time, you're a liar.
Man,
so,
every time you love
everybody, but
every time you love somebody, you about to get ran over.
Right? They say something nice, and then here come the cloud. But so when the weatherman says, we gonna get 8 inches. So the trend is everybody piling to the store, like that 8 inches isn't going to be gone in 2 days, and your refrigerator or freezer or whatever is going to go empty in those 2 days.
So in Minnesota, listen to this, like, what are you talking about? 8 inches? That's nothing.
Right. And we me and my partner that I work with, we discussed this yesterday. Like we've had maybe 4 or 5 snows,
right? And
one of them was kind of sort of bad for Missouri, I guess. We got like 10 inches or
16.
Whatever. Did we get 16?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But
it was kind of bad.
But
it was real bad.
But the day before,
did somebody have to come pick you up?
Did you say 16 inches?
Yeah, and that was a story.
So that's bad.
Well, that was a story, and
anytime you get 16, that's bad.
If I was, but oh Lord, stop.
Oh my God.
I ain't never got 16. Exit only. But anyway, y'all silly. That's what this dude talking about. Anytime you get 6, stop. Okay, but the trend is when the weatherman says we're gonna get this certain amount of snow, and it could be flurries. I just see the store full.
So you think they're in conspiracy with the local grocery stores?
I wasn't gonna go there.
Man, that's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like. The aliens came down and said it.
Chicken Little. But so economy wise, that money has to be coming from somewhere, right?
But that's not necessarily saying that that's making the economy strong, because just because somebody's doomsday prepping, that doesn't mean that the economy is good or bad.
They just don't want to go home.
And a lot of things with that is though. So I think I can see why people do that if they get a report to say, okay, the weather's bad. Well, I'm gonna go to the store because I have to take a bus to go anywhere, right? Or I have to walk, or I have to walk, or I have to take a cab or something like that. Right. So of course those people are gonna go stock up, and as you know, a lot of people in this area, you can't take a bus everywhere, and the bus stops running at 5 o'clock.
Right.
So yeah, those people are gonna go stock up. The elderly, they're all gonna go stock up a little bit more than they normally would. Now they're still spending the same dollar amount. Mm-hmm. They're just spending it more at one time. They're not gonna. Yeah. It doesn't increase their revenue, their money they put in their pocket doesn't go up because the weatherman says it's gonna be 10 inches. Because if that was the case, I love the weatherman. But say it's gonna be 15 inches. They paying us according to the weather, but so that doesn't really push or slack the economy, because the money you have allocated for food, you're still gonna spend it.
You do, but just say we had 6 snows in the last month and a half, right? Because that's basically what we've had. But every time it snows, you're gonna buy groceries. I get that. You're gonna do that. But those 6 times, that store has been overly full. So their bottom dollar, the store's bottom dollar. So they go off of last year's sales, right? So last year's sales, just say it was
for that month,
for that day.
For that day.
Yeah, for that day. So last year, March 2nd, just say it's
I understand what you're saying on the store side, but what I'm telling you is that doesn't change how much money I make.
That helps boost our economy.
No, it doesn't. Yeah. How does that boost the economy? It helps build whatever store they're going to. It helps build their bottom line, but I still don't make any more money. Yeah. And secondly, I'm going to have to take a day off work that I may or may not get paid for.
You could, but you got to put gas in the car.
You can.
You got to put food in your belly. You got to.
But you're missing the point. Right? You're missing the point.
They may be losing money out.
I'm losing money because I can't go to work.
You're losing money, but you're helping somebody else.
Yeah, but that doesn't help my bottom line. So how is that boosting the economy?
So whatever he spends on the store and he can't make back, he's not going to spend somewhere else.
Right.
So it's equaled out.
So he's not going to spend none of it.
No. If I spend, say I go to the store right now, I spend $100. Then I have to take a day off work. That money that I would have made working, I'm not going to be able to spend it on something else down the road. So how is that boosting the economy? Because if I had plans on going to Joel's shop and getting some candles, I'm not going to be able to buy those now. I don't know why you sell a candle. I don't know.
Thanks, man. Everyone's going to think I sell candles.
He does not sell candles.
I do not sell candles.
But I'm not going to be able to spend that money because I didn't make it. You know what I'm saying? But I had to make a choice. I said, okay, we might get stuck, and I'm probably going to, not have revenue. So I got to do what I got to do to make sure we can eat.
Well, the economy is down anyway at this point in time, just because
not according to everybody else in the world.
Well, we just had, was it 2 weeks of government shutdown, and all those workers were out of jobs.
Yeah, but the stock market's still up.
The stock market still is up though.
Yeah, those people are just SOL.
That's just those people. That's just the federal workers. But that wasn't us. You wasn't affected by it.
So here's the thing.
But we don't work federal.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of people don't work federal.
The economy, unless the stock market tanks because there's investor fear, the economy doesn't turn that quickly. It takes a little bit of time. So all those people who lost out on money, the side effects of that are going to be felt down the road.
Right.
So
and all those people still haven't been paid their back pay yet.
Yeah, they're not going to get paid back pay.
They said they were. They allocated. They said they were money. They're trying to. They gave them a partial payment, and now they're trying to figure out how to do the rest. And that's what's taking so long.
From doing the rest.
I don't know. They said they allocated the money for them. So
We'll see.
A lot of them aren't going to get it. A lot of them, they're companies they work for because they're contractors.
Yeah, those people
They're
aren't
like,
getting their money back.
we're not getting that.
They're not getting the money.
Yeah, that's a good point because like I'm a contractor, and if I worked in a federal building and the building was closed,
No money.
just don't work there, and I don't get any of that revenue back.
But they would send you somewhere else.
Maybe.
Not if you TSA.
They have contractors with government work. The contractors with government, you're pretty much set up for just that part of the government.
Yeah.
Like we work for
TSA,
the government
airport.
agency, and if they're not working,
Don't bring up my job.
we're not working.
You still asleep, ain't you?
Yeah.
It was too early this morning.
We working there. We
He's
working
like,
there.
man, y'all getting way too deep for me right now.
We're like, get here at 8. He's like, I woke up at 8.
Right.
Yeah. Reese
before-
and Mike were late
8:03.
again.
Hey, I was only.
We talked about that on the last
I was
episode.
only 10 minutes late.
10 minutes later.
And he
You
feels,
call me out.
Wait. I stopped to get
Because you was an hour
he feels like he gets a pass because he called me. He's like, hey man, what you doing? I'm like, nothing. What are you doing? I'm here. I'm about to go get some of these nasty donuts or whatever,
Ah,
dude.
Lord, stop it. Best donuts ever. Hey, but before you go to the next topic, I just want to tell the people.
The people?
Hey, the people, y'all the people. Look, I wake up to 195 texts, and guess what they are? Nothing but movie titles.
I just scrolled what was going on?
I don't even know how they got started. I just started putting mine out there. I know this one. I know that one.
Like your favorite movies, and I was like, some of these movies are pretty much trash.
Yeah, trash movies too. Y'all went right on top of y'all head. When the movie came into y'all head, y'all
just
just
going back
and forth.
the day in the
movies.
80s, 90s. What
Trash.
movies we've seen?
trash.
I don't even know what started.
I don't either.
I ain't never seen none of the
It seemed like
movies.
it came
Some
out
of
of
the
nowhere.
movies.
Seen all of them.
Even in the text group.
That's why I say trash.
You seen all the movies?
All of them.
Nah, all of them not. And wait, and I got to get on my homeboy BC. This dude confused. I'm about to say trash like Tracy.
Traffic with Crash.
Yes, traffic.
Oh, yes,
You cannot confuse those two movies.
You watch Crash and you're like, it wasn't for me. We were like, what?
Yeah.
This is the movie Traffic.
I got you.
With Omar Epps.
No, Don Cheadle.
Don with the
Don
train, the
Now,
little
Crash
boy.
has got like
And
freaking
boy.
George the Jungle.
Yes.
Hold on, Don Cheadle was in Traffic?
Yeah, it was Don
He was-
Cheadle and
he's in
one
Crash, too.
Yeah, one Benicio in there too.
See that? You
Yeah,
see
I
why I
think
can
so.
confuse
Don
them?
Cheadle
I
was in
mean,
both of them.
they both happen in the street.
One of them is about Mexico and gun trafficking, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
the government
Yeah.
versus Mexico, if I'm not mistaken. And the
No,
other
that's
one
not the
is,
movie I'm thinking
The
about.
other one is about
Social issues, racism.
Yeah, yeah. there you go.
The one with Samuel L. Jackson in it.
no.
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 He is nowhere near. He
What's
is
that
but-
movie?
You talking about
talking
That movie.
in L.A.
He's still
Yeah,
He was a neighbor.
Teacher,
He's a
187?
cop. When he's
He was a cop. He was a cop.
No, he wasn't a cop.
The crazy
187
cop.
when he's a teacher?
He drives
No.
a beat up car. They have a traffic accident,
Taxi.
and he's trying to get to court for a mediation with his wife.
I know the name of that movie. I know what movie you're
And
talking about.
the dude that plays Batman, Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck clipped him off, clipped him.
Yeah, and they
it was
ended
like
up-
a dominoes effect.
I do remember.
It was like a
He
whole
moved next
domino.
door. He was stalking the family.
No, I
No,
don't know what you talking
No,
about.
it was a dominoes effect. You know.
What? I thought that movie was. That movie was called Crash.
Yeah, each one. Each one of
it's
them
not
like.
Crash.
Crazy because Ben Affleck.
I know you're talking
Ben
about.
Affleck's in Crash too, ain't he?
Man, I gotta look it up now.
That's the other
the
cat.
cop.
That's
I know
the
what
dude-
kind-
that's
I know
the
what
dude
movie you're
off the
talking about,
Outsiders.
man.
Yeah, that's the outsider guy.
Yeah, that's the Outsiders dude.
He made him go through HEL
Name Matt Damon.
from hitting his
it's not
car
Matt
Damon.
and making him late.
Damn, I can't remember that dude.
Yeah, like he was like mad at him about
When he
the
was
whole.
in,
Yeah, I forgot the name of
Wasn't he in
it.
HBO show too.
Wasn't he in
I
Wild
thought he was a
Things?
cop,
I'm not sure who
man.
you're
Nah,
talking
he
about.
was in
He was a cop,
the
man.
one.
You're not talking about Entourage.
Yeah, he was in
Oh, I know
Entourage.
you're talking about. Yeah. I know
He was
his
in
name.
Entourage.
Yeah.
I can't think of dude's name though.
No, that was not
Changing
him.
Lanes was the name of that.
Changing Lanes.
Changing
Yeah,
Lanes.
yeah.
Yeah.
But no,
that's-
the guy
Yeah,
you talking about,
Crash is-
he's not in
awesome.
Entourage.
I mean, it's not a movie you
Two different
watch
guys.
out of enjoyment.
Yeah.
But it's a
Yeah.
good movie.
And Crash is the one where the couple got pulled over.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
I didn't like that movie.
You didn't like
Oh,
it.
Lord.
It pissed me off. I ain't like that movie.
It
So
doesn't
it's still
make you mad.
trash.
It's supposed to
It's
make
still
you
trash.
mad.
Still trash.
That movie's supposed
It's
to make you
trash.
mad.
Crash is.
Crash is trash. That movie pissed me
So
off.
we might as well go to the next question with the reviews of the movie.
Because
You guys talk about movies already. You haven't seen them.
You guys, we was gonna talk about a movie, but I don't think we all seen it. But
Yeah,
all of
no.
y'all seen the other movie, right?
Which
We
one?
didn't see it.
I seen the one.
Y'all seen it.
the hate.
Nah.
The hate you give. I seen that.
Tyrone
one.
hadn't seen. He
I
hadn't.
haven't seen that
Alita,
one yet.
or whatever that one is.
Alita.
Alita. Y'all
Alita.
wouldn't see Alita.
So
though.
let's just do this. Let's do.
Who's
and I
all
know-
seen Alita?
Y'all four.
Let's
right?
do this.
Then y'all have a couple.
And who all seen The Hate You Give?
I ain't seen it yet.
All
I
right.
haven't seen it.
So let's just go top 5 movies. I know it's gonna be out of order. I know it's not.
Oh God.
Let's just do that. Cause
me and Mike
Top
already,
5 movies of the year?
no.
me and Mike already did that.
Your list.
Me and Mike did the top 150 movies.
I don't know.
Yes,
I couldn't tell you
So
that.
it should be easy for y'all to just name 5 then.
No, I don't know what my top 5 is.
Man, I
I've seen so
couldn't-
many movies.
I like movies.
I couldn't even.
I can't
begin
give
to
them
tell you
a order.
Now,
my
if you
top 5.
now if you go to like a difference of like top gangster music, I mean,
Gangster
said music, gangster movie or something like that, I probably could name. But
Like
you
a
talking about
category.
5 movies, I couldn't do it.
like
I think people just
5.
want to know what we thought of these 2 movies. I mean, honestly, I mean, those are ones that are more recent. They probably haven't seen them.
Yeah, like I said, if you guys want to give a review on Alita, I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I haven't
I
seen
mean,
it.
so what do you think of it?
Okay, well here let's break it down real quick and give a background so we know what it's about, and you guys should do the same with Hate You Give. So Alita is about it's based on a Japanese comic book called a manga. So I guess it had a short animated film back in the 90s or 80s or something like that.
It's on
So it's
YouTube.
old. It's an old property.
Right.
But it's in the far future. It's basically a caste system at this point where all the really rich and powerful people live in this floating city, and I can't remember the name of this city right now. Dang it. It's I don't know, but basically everyone on the ground is only one mega city underneath this giant floating city, and they work and do all the manufacturing and everything just to support this floating city, and they're not ever allowed to go up there. Okay.
Unless you reach a certain.
Well,
But that's a lie. They tell
a lot
people
of
to get them to
lies.
work hard.
tell them that they can get them up there, and it's a lie. And pretty much all the only thing that the rich people in the floating city give them is just their trash. They just dump trash on the city.
That sounds like
It's not a lot
the
of.
movie.
Well, they get them.
You gotta win the battle to go.
That's
up
the
there.
only way.
That's the only
they can
way,
get up there is
but
they go through this basic.
It was telling people lies.
It's like
that
a
they can
murder
keep
ball like thing. But so Alita is this cyborg who is found in a junkyard basically by this doctor, and he basically resurrects her, finds out she's still alive, doesn't know how, gives her a body, and then that's where her story begins. I like this movie.
Spoilers.
I don't. Well, that happens in the first 10 minutes, so I don't think it counts as a spoiler.
Who cares?
And that's just setup. I'm not going to tell you the rest.
I do.
Of
I
the
ain't
movie.
seen it yet.
You ain't gonna see
I'm not going to tell you the
I
rest
ain't
of
gonna
the
see
movie.
it.
I'm getting 5 thumbs up.
How come
Go watch it.
It's really, really good. I liked it a lot. I liked it actually more than I thought, because usually when I see movies with like a ton of visual effects, I'm going there for the visual effects, but I don't expect it to be that good of a story. And so I'm always like, well, I'm always worried they're going to be relying too heavily on the CG and not on the storyline. But I thought they did a fantastic job.
Right.
The girl who played Alita and the way they did Alita makes her charming as hell, which is surprising to me. And then I know I was talking to Mike about this the other day. I was like, it's a depressing movie though, because nothing goes really in Alita's favor. Everything bad happens to Alita, and she still has this very driven motive to get to fix things. Basically,
Is it a mix of human and anime?
But
kind of.
she's
CG and
but
live
one thing about Liv, she when they first found her, she had memory loss.
Yeah,
And she
doesn't
got her
remember
memory back.
everything.
And you come to find out that she was one of the most sophisticated, advanced cyborg that they have ever seen. And so once her memory cell came back, things start falling into place, and she realized that she one of the most elite beings on that planet, and she can change
She's alive.
a lot of things that she come across, and so she's like a hero for the little people.
Right.
Yeah.
But So for me, I don't like movies that, and I did like this movie. I did fall asleep at the end though, but that's no here
Because
nor
it was
there.
past 8
It is
o'clock.
like
Yes,
it
it was
is
past
like
my bedtime.
2.5 hours.
And we saw it at like midnight.
Well, 2 hours 10 minutes.
Yeah, but I don't really like when the CGI takes over a movie, or when you can tell the movie, you can see the CGI, like in
Well, bro, it's a CGI movie.
No. I get it, but like
so how you go to a CGI movie and you mad about it?
because
Am I missing something?
No, he's
Because
saying
it-
it's too much.
because
If it takes you out of the story, I
because
can
the
see it.
tech because we have the technology to where I shouldn't be able to say that's CGI. Like in this Alita, hold on, just listen, hear me out. Like in this Alita movie, I know it's there, but I couldn't actually tell.
Hey,
You couldn't tell
for-
where
for-
the
for-
story was.
I'm giving you an
for
example.
the people who don't understand, tell them what CGI is, Ree.
Computer generated
Images.
imaging.
Okay.
So yeah, computer generated imaging. So with Hurricane Heist, toward the end, if you've seen that, you can tell that those diesels are CGI.
Yeah.
You can tell. They just look. They don't look real.
Fake.
And in Alita, they did it right, because
Yeah.
you know going in, oh, this movie's gonna be nothing but CGI, but it looks real. It looks 100%.
Yeah.
Now in
It's hard
some
to tell where it ends and begins.
right now in some of these other movies, I'm sitting there pointing out like,
No.
well, trash, and but in Alita, trash never enters my mind. Period.
It just flows.
No.
So my question is,
49ers.
which one you
My bad.
which one you thought was better,
You guys saw both, right?
Spider-Man versus or Alita?
What?
Spider-Man versus.
Oh, Into the
Spider-Man.
I can relate more so.
Storyline.
I can
hard
relate
for
more
me,
so.
It was Spider-Man, man.
Spider-Man.
into
That,
the
see, okay,
multiverse.
so I'm a little torn because
Spider-Man.
I grew up with Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
The
And I loved
Yeah.
Into the
Yeah.
Spider-Verse, and I work in
Have you seen it,
animation
dude?
and CGI and stuff like that, and I think I'm probably going to be learning more from Into the Spider-Verse because all the different groups that I'm affiliated with online, all we're talking about is Into the Spider-Verse and how to copy that look and get the same materials and stuff like that.
Right.
So it's just taking over conversation. But I really liked Alita.
I have to go see it.
Alita was really
It was a good movie.
fantastic.
I'm gonna have to go watch it. Did y'all watch it in 3D or?
I'll watch it in 3D.
Did-
No, okay, I will
Does
say
everybody
this.
see Multiverse?
The characters in
Into the
Alita.
Multiverse?
Yeah, Spider-Verse, yeah.
Did you see it?
No, not yet.
Did you
Yeah, I
see it?
saw
Tom?
it.
It's worth watching. It's
Yeah,
it's
bruh.
super good.
Oh yeah, I'm
bro,
gonna see that one.
it's
I like it.
It won an Oscar.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I
It's
heard
an
it.
animated film.
What you gonna say, Mike?
The characters in Alita I think was great.
They did a good job with the character.
I thought it was great. I mean, especially with the chick with the knives.
Yeah.
She popped out that. I ain't gonna
And
talk
the-
about it, but
the dogs.
hey,
In the
that was
trailer.
dope.
Yeah, the dogs.
The dogs.
Yeah, the dogs are good.
All the characters in there, I thought was really great. That I liked about the movie.
I will
It
say-
kind of gave that Mad Max feel.
In the city.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like,
Yeah, everyone is very
this
heavily modified in
Right.
that movie.
That's
I mean, just the
That's I think also
when I
kinda
first saw the
people
first
said.
preview for it, I wanted to see it.
I did too.
I think the amount that how much modification people go through on their bodies, I think it also kind of adds to the,
Oh, yeah.
the sense of despair of the situation.
I
But I
was.
will say, I saw a movie in 3D, but I didn't pay for like the IMAX super high-end 3D, and my 3D was trash. It was horrible. It was not good.
didn't I tell you that
So
the
you need,
3D
if you're going to
track?
go see this movie in 3D, I'm just going to tell you, you need to spend the big bucks to get the experience. Because
Gotcha.
I'm gonna
I
tell you
couldn't
what.
tell the difference. I'm like, okay, my glasses off. I can't see if it's 3D or
I'm
not.
gonna tell you what's going on with 3D. It's the host. They get you for the first 30 minutes of the movie. The movie's 3D for the first 30 minutes. Rest of the movie, your mind is off 3D now. You looking at plain movie. That's how they get you.
Okay,
I learned that on Transformers.
Hey,
Or you have different
I told
spots
Mike
in
this
the
about
movie
months
that's
ago.
3D.
I told Mike this months ago.
From a
I can
technology
see that.
perspective, I will say this. Okay, so the shots that have depth will always look better in 3D.
Right.
But the biggest problem the industry has, and I think James Cameron made this point, and I totally agree with him because I noticed it when Avatar came out in theaters. I was telling my family this is gonna be the biggest movie ever. We're gonna buy the best tickets we can possibly get with every feature. We went and saw it. It was the most amazing 3D I've ever seen. I've never seen 3D as good as Avatar ever again.
Yeah.
So every time I went to go see a 3D movie after that, it looked horrible and it gave me a headache and it didn't look good at all. And the reason was because a lot of them, they just shoot it in 2D and they give it to a post-production company and they make it 3D. And that screws it up so much. So the only ones that do good 3D now are CGI films, movies that are like cartoons that are entirely made in CG because it's easier for them to make it in 3D.
Hey, shout out to Avatar. 2 more movies coming out.
4 more movies.
4. I saw
They
that.
have 5. They have a production half.
It took them, 12 years? What year we're going into? 13?
I don't know if he's got that much story for 5 movies.
That seemed like a lot.
Be interesting.
But yeah, so he says it's going to be underwater, which doesn't surprise me. It's James Cameron. He's in love with the water. But yeah. But yeah, if you're going to go see it 3D, pay for the biggest ticket you can get. It'll look better.
I'm not a big 3D fan, because I mean just because like Joe said, majority of them are trash.
Yeah,
and they charge you extra, and
But here's my question to you, Reese. How do you know when you sleep?
hey, I stay awake from the
In truth be told, Reese, you was sleeping. Not at the end of the movie. You sleeping halfway in the middle of the movie.
No, I may have dozed off a few times. Hey,
He like keep bums you like what happened?
I've seen all.
I see CGI with my eyes shut.
This dude just stood, just missed an hour and a half late. Talking about I woke up at 8.
He's gonna say hello.
I'm gonna throw this out there. The last 3D movie that I saw that was dope, Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Oh man, that's early.
It is, but when they shot their little bullets or whatever, it felt like you could grab them and throw them back. Now we did go see, I can't even remember the name. We did I can't even remember. We saw some crap in 3D, and I just sat there like, this is horrible. I should have just paid regular price and saw this, because like Joel said, I took the glasses off, and it does give you a different visual, but then you put the glasses back on, like, dang, it looked better with the glasses off than it does with the glasses
Sometimes
on.
like it's this with the way they've shot it, or they've done the 3D. Like, you take the glasses off, the image is destroyed. You put the glasses on just to see it in 2D. It's that bad.
Right.
Oh, it's
Exactly what they did.
They fixed it. We're gonna move to this last topic before I know a couple of you guys got to get going. So, I was talking about this the other night. I see a lot of stores going to self-checkout lanes, and you can go to a kiosk at this place and yada yada yada. And do you feel like, I feel like that's like in some ways taking jobs away, but what I've been told is those jobs are reappropriated to do other things. I don't know how much of that I believe, because these same places that'll put these self-checkouts in, they'll be, oh, we're hiring. And I was like, okay, so I'm wondering, like, how are you reappropriating those jobs? But do you think that the society with the I want it right now, convenience, kind of the way we're moving as a society, as far as not really wanting to take the time to go shopping, and you got other stuff you want to do you feel like that we're pushing it that way, and in some ways we're kind of moving ourselves out of the workforce in certain aspects? Although, like I said, I've been told that those jobs are just reappropriated to other places.
No, they need to bring them back.
They're not eliminating. Yeah, they're not coming back, but that they're not eliminating them.
Right.
Because a place I go to all the time, they used to have 14 or 15 lanes. Now, like 8 of the lanes are self-checkout.
Yeah.
Then they got 2 people on the other lanes, and that's supposed to be like more helpful.
It's not though.
It's not.
You
It's
go in the
not.
store, man, and
I don't want to go to a self-checkout lane with a big giant bag of groceries. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I can go say that. You can go to Walmart, man, and this lady is running 10 machines, one person.
Yeah.
One breaks down, everybody else is waiting because maybe a 21-year-old has to have show her his ID for him to check out liquor. Mm-hmm. So she's got to fix this machine to get this person going. Then she's got 3 other people, adults over here, that she has to see the ID. One person running 10 machines? No.
Well,
no, thank you.
I've thought about this quite a bit, actually, because So
crazy.
I think you're right where it's one person for 10 machines is not a good ratio. I think at least maybe 2, so you have 1 to 5. I think that would work pretty well. The problem I don't have, when I first saw self-checkout, I hated it, but then I really kind of started to take a step back and I looked at who they always had at the cashiers and realized it would take me 10 minutes of standing in line for this person who looks like Flash from freaking Zootopia to go and
Now we talking about
now we talking about okay. Here's the thing though,
Workers.
the cashiers at Walmart and big grocery stores are not fast. They take forever.
No, I
to
disagree.
check out.
I disagree.
Now, if I go to there's another grocery
Some of them
store
are
where they'll check out 10 times more than what a person at freaking Walmart will do in 30 seconds.
It depends.
Depending on who you get.
Depends on who you get.
And why do they always put the slowest
they're
person
new.
in the express lane? What is up with that?
No.
Yeah.
We got the formula 2 years ago from Dez. She told us how to find the fast checkers.
How do you do that? I gotta know.
She said you got to look for the ones that are between 20 and 35, and they look like they're on a mission. It's like you gotta scope it out. You just can't jump in the lane.
So we gotta look at
scope
that
it out.
laser focus and their age.
Yeah,
Right.
boop, 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 boop.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
Don't go.
But you know what happens though? If you find that person,
Everyone's
you'll
going.
get in that lane, and the person that's paying to be looking through their purse or their wallet,
Getting the
and
coupons.
trying to find all this stuff.
don't
And
get
you're
behind that
oh
person.
my
Don't get behind that one.
God.
Bro,
See,
yeah.
go in. So
Can you take one thing back? I only got here. Take this. Go. Just
That's
go.
why I'm okay with self-checkout because I'll go in Walmart. I don't buy a lot of stuff at Walmart. So when I go there, I'm grabbing maybe 4 or 5 things, maybe 10 things. I'm good.
How is
I
that
don't want-
possible, Joe? How?
Because we don't
teach
buy everything
teach
from
me.
Walmart.
He said, "Teach me."
I just don't know.
Okay,
I'm not-
this is what
first
you
of
do.
all,
If you're getting groceries,
I can't
do
really-
the call-in order or whatever, the email, online pickup, whatever. Do that for groceries. If you just need to go grab stuff, you just grab 5, 10 things. Go to self-checkout. You're
See,
out.
Yeah.
you're right. Because that's where it comes. I just grab a few things. I don't do the grocery shopping in my house. My wife do, and she says the online thing is heaven. So
It's
she
great.
ain't gotta go there
Fantastic.
no more. So
So
I know,
It's just
but
the online thing now.
so do you guys feel like that we are kind of going that direction where?
Yeah. Okay, get back to your
well,
question.
hold on before
Go ahead.
you ask that question. So from my perspective, people don't like people.
True.
So and for me to break that down a little bit more, right? So with the online grocery thing, right? So just say there's 20 lanes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you already know only 6 of them are gonna be open.
Right.
Right? So that's gonna make these lines super long when people are starting to check out.
Right.
So you're waiting in line and you hear this you got a baby crying, and then you might have an idiot cussing, why is this taking so long? Why don't they open up 12 more lanes or whatever, So from what I hear from the people is, okay, like Mike just said, the online thing is 7 cents until okay, it's 7 cents because people don't want to deal with people, right? I don't want to go in there with $500 worth of groceries and stand in this lane or stand in this line for another. I already been in here an hour and a half, and then now I got to spend another 20 minutes in this line when I can just.
So you're answering my question is that I don't know necessarily that it's people, or is it your impatience?
It's both. It's both.
I think it's more of a. I think it's more of a patience thing, though.
I think
No,
it's the people who are impatient is the issue. And everyone else is okay.
I understand. Like a lot of people are really busy. They have a lot of stuff going on. Like you got,
they're really busy to get home to watch their TV show.
Several
That
kids.
too.
If you got several kids in sports and things like that, and you don't get off work till 5 o'clock, and you got to have somebody to practice by 5:30, and by the time you get home, you don't really have time to spend an hour and a half in the grocery store.
I don't
So
want
therefore, I can see the shopper pickup thing being great. I'm talking about for me, who doesn't mind going shopping. I don't want to go to a line and check out my own groceries that I'm paying you for. That is part of the service. I'm sorry, it just is. I want them to pick that stuff up, because if I have an issue, I don't want to talk to the stinking machine or wait for a light to blink and hope somebody sees it. I don't want to do that.
Yeah,
I want the person right here in my face to say, "Oh, that's not the right price on that," Can you check it? Then they call on the little radio. That's part of the experience for me.
I think it's a difference of priorities and preferences, because some people are like, I want to get in and get out. I don't want to spend that much time in there. And the key with you is like I don't care if I'm in there for an hour and a half because I don't mind shopping. And since you don't mind shopping, you're like, I am there to appreciate the service that I get.
Right.
Where other people are like, we just want to get in and out.
It depends. See, and that's when you go back. It just depends on the person. Everybody's different.
Yeah. So they have both options.
So, because me, I don't care about standing in line. But if I gotta go to somewhere to go to the store, I'll be like, and I'm different than you. I'll be like, man, I gotta go deal with these people, bro. Let me look and see if I can get this online.
Let me check.
Let me see if I can order this. Man, I do not want. I don't want to deal with people. I can go stand in line forever, but it's the people, bro. I'll be like,
I don't know, man. I like people watching.
Yeah. To get back to the core of your question about are jobs being lost basically, or are they actually being reappropriated? Obviously, the companies are going to be saying, yeah, we're going to reappropriate it, and you can think about it. You go, yeah. Objectively, they could move people to managing the floors better, keeping the store cleaner,
right?
Helping customers find products easier. They can do all that, a little bit easier. But the problem is usually the people who get those jobs that are stationary, they have mobility issues.
Right.
So even if they get put on the floor, they're not going to perform well. They're probably going to lose their job later on. It's kind of like with Walmart's going to be doing away with the
greeters.
The greeters. Those people have disabilities. There's no way they're going to be able to work everywhere else in the store for you.
No.
You can't do that.
They volunteers.
No. They're hired to the company.
Hit the button for him.
It's on the application.
But look. Okay, so
I'm supposed to know greeters get paid, bro.
Yes, you're supposed to know. Yeah.
No, I don't.
They wear the logo.
Who volunteer to greet people?
Look, hold on. Look.
You know I'm true.
Listen,
you alive, bro.
So that's been a thing.
Most of them are old folks, bro.
So, but look, that's been a thing, right? So do we keep them? Do we keep them, or do we get rid of them? Now they do serve a purpose.
Yeah.
Their purpose is to greet and to partially make sure the product is secure. So make sure that you don't steal.
Right.
How are they gonna?
They're not stopping nobody.
So
when the alarm goes off, they're the person that's supposed to at least walk over to you and say,
"Let me check your bag."
Or they do.
They ain't chasing people out in the parking lot.
No, they ain't chasing nobody.
Well, that's illegal. I mean, in Walmart rules.
Yeah.
No, that's dumb. Don't chase nobody out in the parking lot for somebody else's stuff.
Poor little
You will lose your job. You
might get killed. Don't do that.
Yeah, you might lose your life too. But I mean, there have been issues where people get knocked out in the parking lot.
You say knocked out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bruh.
For chasing somebody down? Oh my God.
Hey, when I worked for an establishment that looked like a bullseye,
Jail today.
somebody chased somebody out the parking lot. I'm standing at the door looking at him. He's like, "Why you ain't come help me?" I said, "'Cause I'm not going." I'm not going out there. They got insurance, man. What are you doing?
He said, "There been cases of knocked out."
I mean,
sometimes you gotta let it go.
That's a different conversation. I'll give you an example that those jobs are not going to be reappropriated. At least not in a way they can be.
Well, the only thing is they've been fighting with this for a long time, right? If nobody's at the door, then you're free to just go in and out. And these are things that I've seen. I never thought about. Okay, let me take a box of Kraft the cube of Kraft cheese. No, Velveeta. Yeah, the Velveeta. I never thought about. Let me take the Great Value out of this package and put it in the Kraft package and pay for the Great Value. I never thought about but people do that every day. That's a big thing. People will bring that.
Thank you, dog.
Hold on. People will bring. People will bring in their own bags.
Can I do that with Dr. Thunder? No.
You better have a lot of time on your hands. People will bring their own bags in the store and bag their groceries as they go through. And it looks like they paid for them.
No, it don't. They walking through the store with bags. No, you don't pull them out to the end because I seen a lady whip out a bag. It was like folded up in her little satchel thing. She whipped it out at the store. And it was I'm like, that's a full-fledged big bag. I'm like, dang.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something. For those of you who live in Jefferson City, Walmart has a very good security system. So I don't recommend you try any of these things.
Yeah, don't do this at
Don't
home.
try this at home.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. I'm telling you, you will get caught.
Yeah.
I have first-hand knowledge of watching videos like, ooh, that's some good camera footage there. I know who that is. So yeah, don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, but we gotta get back on top, I guess. But so the argument is that for every job, like every cashier that is no longer running a cashier, that the technology behind it employs multiple people. So there's probably like 2-3 companies that probably compete for that competition for the different machines that are on that.
Right.
Then you got to pay for the service people who have to go out there and maintain them, and then you got to pay the.
And I get that,
but I don't think
that doesn't affect my community though.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it doesn't affect
that. Doesn't bring money.
You'll have
that
less
doesn't,
people there.
That doesn't help the economy in my community because if you eliminate 6 jobs because you made self-checkouts and you reappropriate those jobs to some company in New York or New Zealand or whatever, and then he's coming there, and how is that helping me?
Yeah, and it does also change. It shifts money because you're right. A lot of the money is going to be going to. I mean, it's going to the big companies.
Yeah, it's not going to be here.
It's going to the grocery store saving money, but it doesn't mean they're going to be putting it back out.
No.
And then it goes to the company that is maintaining and providing the machine, the technology. But they're probably going to be in a large city.
Right.
And they're probably only going to have a very small division of people in the state to service the whole state. So yeah, proportionately, the amount of people losing their jobs or losing that position, if they're not going to get reappropriated, and if they do get reappropriated, they can't provide the level of work that position requires. Yeah, I don't think it's equal. Personally.
No, you see it changing an awful lot nowadays.
Well, in that store, for example, if you can't people greet, then you stock. If you can't stock, then you zone. If you can't zone, then you go to maintenance. If you can't go to maintenance, then
you out the door.
So you always know more than one job.
Yeah,
they're all different.
Yeah, they do.
But if it's a guy,
a great job of code training.
But
you're not being.
Right.
But the pay doesn't always affect. So you can be coded. I'm sorry. You can be coded as a cart pusher, which is the lowest. But and then they send you to the meat department because you're co-trained in that department, or just say deli because you're trained in that, right? But the deli associate is coded as a 5 instead of a 1, so the pay difference isn't there.
Yeah,
and you're not going to receive that pay for that day.
Like you said, I still think it's a little tricky. We're gonna have to wrap this up, and we got deep today, fellas.
Yeah. Good content.
And good content. I got a lot more stuff that I've been hearing the last few weeks because while we've been on a little hiatus that I want to get a little deeper into. But Joel, tell them where they can find us.
Yeah, you can find us on YouTube. Yeah, that was quite a transition. Find us on YouTube, just search Fellows Forum. You can also find us on Facebook. Twitter and Instagram we use for updating you guys. But if you're on YouTube, make sure you hit the like button, hit subscribe, and make sure you go to our page and hit that little bell so you get notifications when we post our videos.
Hit the bell. Stay tuned. We're gonna be giving giveaways. Hey, y'all gotta watch these episodes because we're gonna have some quizzes for you. You get the stuff right, we're gonna send you some gear.
Yeah.
Got a little outro music. Anybody got any parting words?
Better call me T. Will. See y'all next time.
Better call him T. Will.
You can find me on Black Ops later.
You haven't switched over to Apex yet?
Nah.
Hey man, they got that trash on Black Ops.
You
like that hot pursuit on Black Ops?
You deleted it?
Just the hot pursuit.
I don't like it. I haven't played it yet.
I don't like it. I ain't like it.
Love that game.
I'd rather play Fortnite.
No.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Peace out.
Peace. I love.